a few rather bizarre behaviours when it comes to narcissistic people that they display on a regular basis. It's a pattern of behaviour because they are very self-entitled, they're very envious of others, they're very arrogant and believe that they are always right and they're the most important person in the building, if not in the world. And a few of their rather bizarre behaviours are they are very jealous of their own children. Where a genuine person wants to see their child grow and develop and the hobbies that that child enjoys, wants to see their child's happiness. A narcissistic person wants their child to conform to the narcissistic parent's demands, and when they don't, they scapegoat the child. They want the child to do what the narcissist finds interesting, what the narcissist finds entertaining, what the narcissist can brag and boast about, what the narcissist values. So if the narcissistic parent values sport, they'll be quite happy if the child is a sporty kid as long as the child is the best at it. If they're a parent who likes art, they'll be happy if the child likes art as long as the child is the best at it. However, if they're a parent that likes art and the child likes sport, they're going to show no interest in that child or that child's interests. They are incredibly envious of their own children and often set out to sabotage their own children. They will walk into a room and simply pretend that certain people don't exist. And it's not because those people have done anything as such to the narcissist, to hurt the narcissist in malevolent or malicious ways. It's simply because that other person is better looking than the narcissist, has achieved something more than the narcissist, showed somebody else attention when they were around the narcissist. So the narcissist is going to go all out to then pretend that person doesn't exist to them. And they will happily cut off their friends, their family, their parents, their children, not because those people have done something to the narcissist, but because the narcissist could no longer control those people. They will go all out to ruin special occasions because they believe it's all about them, and when somebody else is getting the attention, they're envious, they're offended. They will avoid answering simple questions because they feel entitled to do as they please, and they don't see why they should have to answer to you. They simply do not see why they should have to answer to you. They've got the blinkers on. They think you're interfering too much. Even if you're trying to call them out on their behaviour, they don't want to recognise their behaviour as the problem. They recognise your judgment of their behaviour as the problem. They will hide your things and then help you look for them. Especially if you've got something like an important job interview and you need your wallet or your purse or your car keys, they will go all out to hide them and then help you look for them while accusing you of not being careful, of not looking after your things. And then they'll find them when you're late and they'll expect eternal gratitude. And because you're all flustered, if you just walk out quick and just say thanks, they'll be, is that all the thanks I get? And then they'll fall silent on you and ignore you. They will dry beg, especially if they don't want to ask directly for something. They will dry beg because they feel entitled for you to just get them something. So they'll drop those subtle hints. And then if you ever call them out on it, they can just stand there and say, well, I never asked you to. They will go all out to impress strangers rather than care for their own family because they genuinely believe that their family is turned against them, that their family doesn't appreciate them, that their family isn't giving them the attention they're entitled to. However, they don't recognise that they're putting a front on, a facade, to sell an illusion to those strangers, which is gaining them the attention that they believe they're entitled to. And soon enough, that wanes with the strangers and then they move on to more strangers. They will go all out to walk ahead, metaphorically as well as in person, because they believe that they are superior to you. Now, some narcissistic people may walk ahead because there's people who don't know you exist. Some narcissistic people might walk behind to keep an eye on you. And we must remember, just because someone walks ahead or walks behind, that alone does not make them a narcissistic person. If they display the other behaviours and this, there's a good chance you're dealing with a narcissistic person. They will happily take your items and then claim it's theirs, or you gave it to them, as they gaslight your reality. You'll never be allowed near any of their items, and even if you're not allowed their items, if they accidentally or on purpose break one of their items, they will blame you. They will throw something away and then claim that you're the one who's took it, because they're coming from their thought process, their behaviours, the things that they do. They don't do any wrong. They believe everything's your fault or somebody else's.